first exercise. So what I'm trying to do with this is I'm going to warm the elbow joint, so I'm always suggestive of the row press downs first. Alright, so I know unfortunately for a lot of you guys that the gyms only carry certain apparatuses, but with this thicker rope, I don't know if you felt the difference, but with the thicker rope, it for some reason just feels better with the tricep push downs for me, especially with the big knots on it. So what I'm really going to try to do is, I mentioned to Dave like when I first started, for me, for some reason, when I'm lower and my arms are just kind of tucked, it seems to work better for me. So if you notice, I'll go deeper, lower to the ground. Instead of standing, most people stand up like this, they do it. I used to do it like on my knees, but what I'm really trying to do is the thicker rope, you know, and I mentioned that we're using the fat grips and stuff, it really helps with how I get a contraction of my triceps. So as you see, you can do almost the whole stack here. I'm gonna stay low. Really get that your repetitions either. Don't be afraid to pause and you know, get a more of a contraction, get your mind connected to the muscle a little bit. So the horseshoe, that's heavy. I'm not going to sit on the seat actually, I'm going to lean in. Yeah. I'm going to do the Gold's Gym Venice.
Special.
Alright, so what I'm doing, if you notice the reps are a little slower on this. So I'm really getting that. What I love about this is the stretch at the top and the contraction at the bottom without pressure on the elbows. I think that's what I mentioned, like why I like these so much is it's not one of those exercises where you like we're doing a push down or we're doing like a dip where it kind of can hurt the elbow a little bit. This one I feel like there's no pressure on the elbow whatsoever because you're just expanding the muscle. That's it. Do this one arm. This always stretch my. And for you guys, 0 elbow pain, 0.
Or shoulder pain.
Or shoulder pain. Right? And that's a 40. Wow. That's as heavy as I went when I was training for Olympias, actually.
Wow.
All right, so bis and tris together. I always do triceps first. Why do I do that? Because I'm gonna get a pump off this first set of doing seated bicep curls. Now, I always like to do seated over standing, and why? Because I'm sloppy with my form, if anyone's ever watched my videos. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm actually gonna start these, I'm gonna do two arms at a time instead of alternating back and forth. I'm gonna do both arms, so I'm actually gonna keep the weight a little less. And I'm going to focus on doing 10 or 12 reps. These are one of my favorites.
Yeah?
I like the straight bar though. I know you like the camera bar.
No, I just couldn't find the 70 straight bar.
I alternate back and forth. So.
Yeah, I couldn't find the straight bar at 70, that's why I took that one. But I'm going to try the 80. on the straight.
Damn, you're gonna do 80 pounds? You're gonna make me look bad. I've only used this machine once before, but I figured this was the closest thing to Gold's Gym Venice we could find for you. So,
Thank you.
so we're gonna do single arms, okay? So you can concentrate on the isolateral. All right, so you notice the kind of the rest pause sets, right? I'm not afraid to switch things up where, you know, you've seen a lot of training the past 20 years, and I'm just focused on concentration, really trying to get that peak contraction. So some of this is like a rest pause, really getting that peak contraction, getting that stretch at the bottom. And I'm not focused on, like I said, repetitions, because one arm is always weaker than the other for me, and there's an arm discrepancy. So this machine's pretty good for isolation, I think.
Yeah, I like it.